Hi guys, so I'm finally living my dream. So it was one of my lists to see and visit the Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and I booked this from Klook. I'm going to show you where we got our tickets, but before that, yes, here is what it looks like in Angkor Wat before you were able to get inside. So I've met two other Filipinos. The other one is Bisaya and the other one is from Manila. I've met them on the tour, and so we decided to like, yeah, okay, we can hang out together while we are in the area. And yes, so I just booked the 1 day trip in Angkor Wat, and that is $37, and there are some other options too. Also, unfortunately, it was raining at the time I was there. This tour was actually like with the sunrise. No, 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 not sunrise, sunset scenery. But yeah, unfortunately, there was no sunset happen. Well, it was okay. I think think it. Let's just think it's a positive thing that it was raining because it means that it was a blessing. So yay! It is really huge, a, enormous place to visit. It's a different temple from what I used to see here in Thailand. So it's a different place. It's a different vibes and everything. I'm not exactly sure what's the history of Cambodia, but yeah, I don't mind to share, to tell you the story about this. Alrighty, so story time. Well, Angkor Wat is a magnificent ancient temple complex located in Siem Reap, Cambodia. It was built in the 12th century by the Khmer King Suryavarman II as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu, and later transformed into a Buddhist temple. So the temple complex covers an area of over 400 acres and is renowned for its stunning architecture and intricate carvings. Yes, literally amazing. Well, the story of Angkor Wat is one of the grandeur, power, and spirituality. It is believed that the construction of Angkor Wat was a significant undertaking that involved thousands of laborers and took several decades to complete. The temple was designed to represent Mount Meru, the mythical home of the gods in Hindu cosmology, and served as a symbol of the Khmer Empire's prosperity and devotion to their deities. Well, throughout its history, Angkor Wat witnessed several changes in religious beliefs and rulership. After the fall of the Khmer Empire, the temple was abandoned and gradually reclaimed by the jungle. It wasn't until the 19th century that Angkor Wat was rediscovered by Western explorers, leading to its restoration and preservation efforts in modern times. Wow. Well, today Angkor Wat stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of Cambodia's rich cultural heritage. It attracts millions of tourists each year who come to marvel at its awe-inspiring architecture, explore its many intricate carvings, and immerse themselves in the history and spirituality that surround these ancient wonder. While Angkor Wat's enduring legacy continues to captivate visitors from around the world, leaving them in awe of its beauty and the ingenuity of the ancient Khmer civilization. Alright, so that was the story about the Angkor Wat. Now, as you've noticed on the video that no, most of the statues in Angkor Wat don't have any heads, like literally there are no heads. There are, just one or two statues that still have their heads, but mostly they're gone. Well, the reason why some of the statues at Angkor Wat and other temple complexes in the Angkor Archaeological Park lack heads and other body parts is due to a combination of historical events and natural decay over the centuries. First is iconoclasm. Well, during certain periods in history, particularly after the transition of Angkor from Hinduism to Buddhism, there was a practice of iconoclasm. Iconoclasm involves the deliberate destruction or defacing of religious images and symbols. It is believed that during the shift from Hinduism to Buddhism in the 13th century, statues of Hindu gods and deities at Angkor Wat were targeted for defacement as part of its religious and cultural transformation. Next is looting and vandalism. Throughout the history, the Angkor region faced various invasions and conflicts, leading to looting and vandalism of its temples. Looters often targeted statues for their perceived value, which resulted in the removal of heads and other valuable parts for trade. Third is natural decay. The passage of time and exposure to the elements have also taken their toll on the stone statues. Weathering, erosion, and earthquakes over centuries have caused damage to the delicate features of these sculptures, resulting in the loss of heads and other parts. Fourth is the archaeological excavations. In some cases, missing heads and other parts of statues were intentionally removed during modern archaeological excavations. Archeolo- Archaeologists may have found fragments buried underground and decided to leave them in place for preservation purposes rather than attempting to restore them. Well, I was traveling during my tour in Angkor Wat. The tour guide kept saying about there is this country who was stealing those heads from that temple. Well, I've done a research and it's actually said that there is no evidence or historical documentation to support that that country was stealing heads of statues from Angkor Wat or any other temples in Cambodia. Well, the idea of that country, some rumors that we heard or those tour guides was keep saying was a misconception and should be treated as just a rumor. And the historical context of Cambodia and that country has been complex and marked by periods of conflict and cooperation, but there's no substantiated evidence that indicates that country or its people were involved in stealing heads from Cambodian temples like Angkor Wat. While the damage, the missing heads, as well as the other parts of statues are mainly a result of the factors as I have mentioned earlier. So these factors have affected numerous ancient sites worldwide and are not unique to Angkor Wat. Well, so as you have seen on the video, I was also fascinated with the designs, the details, the carvings, and everything. Each and inch of this, temple was wow. I don't know. There are no words that can explain how much amazing it is. Well, so I've done a research and here are some purposes why Angkor Wat was built, and it was actually built by a team of skilled architects, engineers, and artisans under the direction of the Khmer King, King Suryavarman II. Again, that was last 12th century years ago. So first is for religious significance. So Angkor Wat was initially constructed as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu, right? So the carvings depict scenes from Hindu mythology, epic stories like the Mahabharata and Ramayana, and various Hindu deities representing the cosmic order and spiritual beliefs of the time. It was really amazing. Next is symbolism and ritual. So the carvings also serve as a means of communication with the divine. They were not merely decorative but had religious and ritualistic significance, bringing the temple to life through visual storytelling and allowing worshippers to connect with the spiritual realm. Third is historical records. So the carvings at Angkor Wat act as a historical records, providing insights into the Khmer civilization, their way of life, and the achievements of their kings. So they depict battles, religious ceremonies, everyday activities, and portray the king in his role as a divine ruler. Fourth is aesthetics and beauty. The carvings showcase the extraordinary artistic skills of the Khmer craftsmen. Absolutely. Hands up. Like, I don't know. The level of detail, precision, and creativity in the carvings is a testament to the architectural and artistic achievements of the Khmer Empire. So Angkor Wat is just one of the best temples I've ever been, also in Cambodia, but there are so more temples that we can see here. Actually, in this video, you will see I think you just saw the lady on pink, and that was actually Barbie. I'm not sure why Barbie is in Cambodia. I thought I thought Barbie was so busy doing her like world tour or something. Kimiro Chuchu. There she is. So she was wearing pink, and her supportive Ken, as you can see, he's down there. There you go. Oh, lucky Barbie with her Ken. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you learned something. As you know, I'm not sure if I was learning too, but thank you so much, and I guess that would be it. I don't have anything to say right now. Just trying to kill the time while I'm still, waiting for this video to finish. And yeah, I'll just keep saying and saying things all over again and again and again. It was actually so hot because it was humid. It was like rainy, and then it stops raining, and it rained again. Just like that. Oh, it's amazing. I mean, yes, if you'll be staying in Cambodia for like more than 2 or 3 days, then I think I would say it's better if you're going to get the 2 3 days ticket, because if you're not like a person who's into walking, then yeah, you can still come back here anytime for 3 days or two. So that would depend on you, on your budget too. Well, that's it. Goodbye. Have a good time. Please also watch the video of some other temples I have recorded, and I'll be uploading soon. So, thanks.